Yeah, my clock's still just not quite 7 yet.
Here's
There he
BC.
is.
Here I am.
Hey,
Right
BC.
on time. All right. I want to welcome everybody to the Seekers podcast for August the 30th, 25. I'm Wendell Hurricane Burris, your host. We're waiting for other people to filter in. Neil Ho will be in maybe. He's the co-host. And then we got Barry Peterson Robertson from Kentucky. And we'll just see who all shows up. What we got here right now, we got Dale and BC. He got his water spraying everywhere.
Oh, my goodness. Different bottle. I didn't realize it.
All right, we'll just let everybody introduce yourself. Start with Dale and then BC.
Hi, y'all. I'm Dale Bullock, Heber Springs, Arkansas. And I'm wet.
Yeah.
Golly.
That ain't a bad thing the way it has been. It's cooled off now, though. But
Yeah, that was ice water. I got to get me a towel, guys.
all right, BC.
BC Davis, White County, Arkansas, mostly around the Bon Aub area, Hurricane Lake, Bon Aub Lake, surrounding countryside.
Yep, that's a good location. I was talking about it today. Back to another encounter, but it was. He said he hunted there at the refuge there at Bon Aub. What's the name again, BC?
You talking about Hurricane Lake?
Yeah, Hurricane Lake. He hunted
or where
there.
we had that encounter?
Yeah, he actually lived in DeWitt, but he had an encounter just outside of Hurricane Lake. He was telling me about. I don't know exactly when, but he was a younger man then, so he's my age. So I didn't get to talk to him very long, but I do have an encounter that happened here on the Catherine Creek in the early '80s. So that'll be pretty cool. Y'all got anything y'all want to talk about first? Any kind of activities around or anything y'all know about?
Been real quiet around here.
As far as recent
Not
stuff,
activity per se, but that, down at their Mallard Pond, when my cousin and I were just riding around, and
Hey, Bear.
come right there in the middle of the place, that parking area was a full pack of hot dogs, full vegetable oil, I think pretty much an empty bottle of sauce, and about a half empty squeeze bottle of ketchup. And we went out there 2 days later. The oil and hot dogs were gone, but the other items were left. It almost gives the impression that somebody got out of there in a hurry. I mean, it may not be the case, but you go back and the two unopened items were taken, and I don't know what the shelf life is of vegetable oil, but refrigerated hot dogs left out in the hot sun for a couple of days would probably not be safe to eat.
No, definitely not.
And I don't think a raccoon would just haul both of them off.
No,
That just kind of struck us as odd.
Yeah, sounds odd, definitely.
That was kind of like that first night we camped up there behind Neil's mom's house, or where that was up there along the woods.
Yeah.
We went out for the day hike, kind of scouting around. We came back, and stuff like hot dogs and stuff were gone, but valuable equipment that was just sitting around on our tailgates and stuff was still there.
Yeah.
And it's almost like something just made a food raid or something, and that was it. Kind of odd.
All right, we got the Ohio Bigfoot researchers saying hello, everybody. Howdy. Glad y'all's here. Barry, we've already introduced ourselves, so I'll let you have a turn. Introduce yourself and tell us anything that you want to talk about that's going on around your area, or any kind of conference, or anything, or any kind of activity? It's your show there, Barry.
I'm Barry Preston Robinson, and that's Mama.
Hey, Mama.
Hey. And about the only thing we've had going on here lately is something getting in the trash, got in that powdered milk and left that print down the hill there.
Yeah, that's
And
what
then I
I was
went back there. I went out there a while ago, something been in the trash again, and it drug one of the trash cans and an empty bag of dog food down the hill.
Huh. How big's the trash can?
It's one of the black ones, about 8 gallons or so. I think it's too big for a raccoon to drag off.
Yeah, that's what I would say too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sound like you got a visitor.
Mm-hmm.
I know you do with that powdered flour. That might be something interesting to do. We've talked about stuff kind of like that when we was up at Dale. Cover the ground.
That was powdered milk. We threw it away.
Powdered milk. Anything white like that would be good to leave a foot impression. So any area where you're having activity, that's be a thing to do.
If I send you the picture in Messenger, can you put it up for everybody to see?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah, I've got smart enough to be able to do that, pretty sure. I heard it. Let's see what I can find there.
Oh.
Well, I may have spoke too soon. It says sharing it, but I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I figured it out.
Oh,
But we lost Barry. Huh. Yeah, that's you can definitely see it's either a handprint or a toe footprint. There's Barry. He's back. Don't know how you left, but you're back, Barry. Yeah, we got the picture up. It almost looks like a handprint.
I thought it looked like the mid-dorsal break area, that little line in the middle.
It does that too. So this right here could be the rest of the heel that was up, but you can definitely see the imprints of the toes. But it kind of looks like that one that we found, Dale, up on your heel, the one that we couldn't tell if was a hand or a foot. It's got the
big gorilla hand up there. Yeah.
Yeah, opposed. If that's a foot, it's like the gorilla type. If it's a hand, it's got the opposed right here, and then it's got definitely something left an impression there. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think about a handprint, but I guess he could have reached down there and got his hand inside that trash can and got that powdered milk on his hand.
Get that thumb stick outside there a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I say you see the thumbprint.
Hmm.
And
Motherfuckers.
Big old hand, if that's a hand.
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
seen
you
some
want him
with
to
my
grab
foot
hold
up
of
against it.
you.
I got a size 10 foot that I put down next to it, and it a good 2 or 3 inches longer than it.
Yeah.
Then it looked like something pushed the fence down where it went over it.
Mm-hmm. Like a hand to me. Yeah, it's Ohio Bigfooter researchers.
That's what I'd say it is now after being able to see it on a bigger screen and look at it. And I would say it's a handprint.
Yep. Yep. Looks like it.
Could be.
That's cool,
I can see
though.
where it be either one. Like Dale said, there's a big old hand.
Yeah, it is. That's a big sucker.
When
Well,
his
we seen,
hands are bigger than my feet.
yeah,
If something slinging you upside of a tree.
yeah,
Well, I was getting ready to say, it reminds me of years ago when the house got smacked and that big smear of mud looked like something had took its hand and smeared it down the side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great big old hand, too. It kind of lines
probably
up
the
with that color.
same individual there, I would say.
Yeah. I wonder if anybody's ever figured out what their lifespan is. Pretty much like a human, maybe? Maybe a little bit. I don't know.
If anything, I say longer.
A lot tougher than we are.
Yeah, I've
They
heard.
every once in a great while you'll hear somebody report one that looks mangy or underfed or unhealthy, but the vast majority they're right healthy.
Yeah, yeah, I kind of agree. That's what it was doing. It was licking up the powdered milk and ended up putting his hand on the ground. Just like a giant feeding bowl. It ran around in the trash can and went down in there to lick it. And it had the white on his hand and put the hand print beside where it was eating.
Yep.
Well, at least we know nothing like the powdered milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. That may give us some insight there.
And it just so happens powdered milk makes almost an instant cast.
Yeah, it does.
Well, that sure worked around here, putting the flour down.
Yeah.
Several impressions. And got that one, there's two on the window over here, too. I never did clean them off because I thought that looked kind of cool.
The one that was left on my van, and it was 6 months for it just went away on its own. I didn't want to wash it off, but it finally went away on its own about 6. So they're extremely oily.
Yeah.
Their hands are. I don't know what that's all about, but they're extremely oily.
Yeah. That one finally wore off my front steps, me going up and down them all the time. It just seemed like it was painted on or something, it's the way it was.
That's why the one was on that window.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now we did find some of the powdered milk clear out to the other end of the yard, but it didn't look like prints. It looked like something had wiped it or smeared it or trailed it along behind them.
Right. Probably was. I have one encounter that I heard today, actually, and it's from the early 80s. He's roughly my age, but he was wade fishing along the Cattering here close to where we live. Everybody knows the new Cattering Bridge is put in here. So it was below the new Cattering Bridge before the Mill Bridge. He said roughly maybe a mile down there. And he said he was fishing the holes of water, and he heard something crack coming crashing through the woods, and the bank to his right was probably 10, 15 foot tall, and then to his left was all a bluff line that was slightly, just very slight. He said no person could have got up it, but it was just slightly angled just a little bit, just different rocks. And he had what he said, I don't know if it was a Bigfoot or what it was, but when it jumped out into the water, it into the pool that he was in, turned and looked at him. He said it looked more like a human, but the hair come all the way down to just above the eyes, and the facial hair was kind of thin on the sides, but like where our mustache is, it was long and wavy, and the rest of it was covered, but its chest had hair on it, but it was a lot thinner. You could see, and his stomach was all just muscled, ripped like a weightlifter. And then it turned and looked at the bluff and just run right up the bluff, just went all the way up this bluff. And he says about a 30-foot bluff it went up, and just same way. It just all kinds of like a tractor going through the woods or bulldozer. And he said, since then, I ain't never went wade fishing again. I hadn't been back. So, and he was about 6 foot tall, and he said it was roughly his height, but just more stockier around. And then even though it was bigger around, wider chest, it was ripped with just muscles you could see. So that's why I said I hadn't had no activity recently, but I did hear that today, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that lines up with what else stuff we've been seeing around the Cattern." So
yeah,
I wonder if the more human looking ones aren't younger. As they get older, they get less human looking.
possible. I didn't ask him how old he thought it was.
that makes sense.
That makes sense too. Yeah. They're definitely oilier and greasier for some reason, but that'd be it if you're eating raw stuff and you got the animal fat and you're digging into stuff. At times, your hands would definitely be oily or waxy or sticky. So yeah.
I think we need to go back out there where we found that little bitty track and all that other stuff out there.
Yeah.
I'd like to put in just a little bit more research out there.
Yeah. I'd like to go down. It'd be towards the big bridge that where we went left, we go right.
Yeah. Yeah, we know there's several out there,
At least 4 by the track sizes that we found. And then by the other guy up here at Graysville that had them, that would be below the Cattern or the Mill Bridge where that guy was talking about. Had them coming up by his camper and everything when he had it over there.
Yeah.
So ours is above the new bridge where we're talking. Our area is up here. That's above it, and then below it is where this guy had the one jump off the bank and then run up the cliff, and then the next bridge is called the Mill Bridge, and below the Mill Bridge is where this guy had the 2 that he videotaped. You can see it moving around in the bushes and everything out there. 2 figures, so they're definitely been around and are around here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if anybody's ever, documented it. I know they haven't probably, but just what kind of range these things have in one night. I figure they could probably go 20, 25 miles easy in a night and go right back home again.
Easy, yeah.
So fast.
Yeah. Well, September 6th is the Bigfoot, Arkansas Bigfoot at Enola conference. That's it. That's the word I was trying to think of. Arkansas Bigfoot conference, and I'm gonna be there. I was gonna be at a filming location in the evening, but that's all scrapped. So I'll be there all day, I reckon. And they got a couple of new speakers that I want to hear from, and just check. You gonna be there, Dale?
Yeah, is it going to be down there at that gymnasium? Like,
Yeah,
was
where we went last time.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, definitely.
What about you, BC? You gonna try to make it?
Well, if Robert Taylor is going that way, yes. Otherwise, I won't be able to. So,
Right.
and I don't know what his work schedule's like.
Well,
Yeah,
just
I don't
tell
know.
him just tell him he's going. I do wish they'd go back to the format they did it when they first had one. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. Well, I guess they had the T-shirts last time, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that may be Tallahassee I'm thinking about probably, but
Yeah, this one's put on by Robert Swain. He's from Conway there, and they got some pretty good speakers and everything. It'll be a good, interesting conference and show.
Lauren going to be there this year
I
from
don't.
Littlefoot.
I don't remember her being. Let me pull it up, and we'll post it, and we'll see.
She's had some real good postings lately. I've really enjoyed her. Got caught in a great big thunderstorm in her tent. That was hilarious.
Oh yeah. That's their flyer about it, and it starts at 9. Let's see if I can figure out. Here's the speakers.
I can't read them.
Uh, 9 o'clock to 9:15 a.m. is the greeting and introduction. Then 9:15 to 10 a.m. is talking about the best sightings in the South, not including just Arkansas, but that's by Robert Swain.
Yeah.
10 to 10:45 a.m. is the best techniques in the South. D.W. Lee. 10:45 to 11 is the break. 11 to 11:45 is best location in the South is Will Lunsford. That's independent researcher. That's Robert's good buddy. When he go down south to Falk, Williams all around the Falk area. So I guarantee you, I bet you Robert will be there.
Yeah.
That I mean, that's his. Between him and me, I don't know who he goes to most for questions, either Will or me. But 11:45 to 1:15 is lunch break. I always like lunch. 1:15 to 2 p.m. is Best Sounds in the South by Larry Parks, MARBC.
Yeah, that guy's good.
Yeah, that's one I want to hear.
Yeah.
2 to 2:45 is Best Prince in the South, Jim Whitehead. He's good on everything and kind of open to talk to and everything. He's pretty good guy. 2:45 to 3 is the evening break. 3 to 3:45 is Best Description in the South. It's telling what reports people have said about what Bigfoot looks like. Is Robert Swain again. 3:45 to 4:15 is a town hall meeting where you can share your story, ask questions. 4:15 to 4:45 is more of the question and answer session. And 4:45 to 5 is the closing remarks.
Like a good day.
Yeah. Yeah, sound like a good day. Stuff. Have you heard any of the UFO reports, BC, from over in your area?
No, nothing recently. I haven't been out looking, but I'm sure if I just go out a few nights, I'll probably see something. It seems like there's always something around here.
Always, yeah.
Anybody else read about the one that's supposed to get here sometime in September or November? The one that's out by Uranus now?
November 22nd. That's the same day we're supposed to be filming for True Armor. And they've had reports that it's sending messages back to the Earth. Yeah.
Oh.
And they're trying to keep it hush hush, supposedly.
I think it's part of the Great Deception. I don't think there's any spaceship or whatever. I think they use Project Bluebeam to make a hologram, make it look like they're going.
That's possible too nowadays.
I don't know. My son's actually a member of that, and he didn't say anything about that.
A member of Project Bluebeam?
Blue Book.
No.
The one that used to be.
Yeah.
It is again. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they actually go out and investigate UFO sighting.
Bluebeam's supposed to be some super high-tech hologram program they got going on.
Usually Aaron's pretty up on all that stuff, being what he does, and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, what interests me, this is a real number. This object is maybe up to a mile long, but it's only like 30 feet thick. Plus, it's changed speeds about 7 different times. It's gotten faster and slowed down. Faster. And an asteroid usually don't do that unless it's passing something, like a planet or something like that. This is just empty space that it's changed velocity. and they've documented that. So that makes me wonder. It's like Barry said, it's either a hoax and they're using a high laser power to put it up there, or it's real, one to the other. And if it's doing what it's doing, it ain't no asteroid.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think it could be part of the great deception that so-called aliens show up are really demons, and they'll have somebody human here on Earth that steps forward to be our contactee or go-between or whatever you want to call them. And that'd be
Yeah.
the Antichrist.
Possible. Sure enough.
People fall for it left and right because nobody questions anything anymore.
No, they just take it as it feels.
Which I'm the exact opposite. I question everything anymore.
Probably just a good thing.
Yep. Oh, Trump has even commented on this.
Yeah,
Trump's even had a comment on it.
really.
What do he say about it?
Says the asteroid that's headed to Earth will know more about possible impact in 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more. It'll be here within 90 days or so.
I know I joked when they first started talking about it. I said, see, even the aliens want to see the Epstein list.
Yeah.
Well,
That
if it
was
happens, I think we're going to know the truth about that particle beam we have.
Yeah.
I found another article talking about the red-headed giants they found in the Grand Canyon. That the Smithsonian destroyed the skeletons and got rid of all the evidence.
Yeah, I was watching something about that just about 2 nights ago. There's getting to be a lot of stuff on that.
Mm-hmm. I got kind of tickled. There was one guy had an article said it was all satire, but it was from Rutgers. I said, well, of course Rutgers is going to say it's satire. Them and the Smithsonian are hand in hand.
Right. There's a whole area, no fly zone. They can say well, there's Indian artifacts or whatever this stuff was in the Grand Canyon, but why would you have a no-fly zone above it?
Yeah.
Nothing but a U.S. plane with permission can fly above this area in the Grand Canyon.
I always heard they had whole areas of it blocked off where you couldn't go in it, like on horseback or by foot. And it's because they found artifacts from Egypt and other parts of the world there.
Yep. That's where I'm talking about, yeah.
Possible.
Yeah, I agree. Ohio Bigfoot researchers, anything information they tell you ain't the whole truth, probably ain't even close to the truth. more than likely it's a diversion.
Yep. Well, with AI getting as good as it is anymore, used to be pictures or it didn't happen. Now it's pictures and it still didn't happen.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we lost BC.
I read that article. I don't know if any of y'all saw it about AI. They had one that tried to escape its confines, and when they caught it, it lied about it.
Yeah, really.
Huh.
Yeah,
I
that's
hadn't read
that's what. Yeah, that's right there is how Terminator gets started.
Yeah. Wants to stay alive, so it'd go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Well, you can get on there and talk to AI, and AI can talk to you about Bigfoot and stuff all day
Oh
long.
yeah,
It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
he can talk to you about anything.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
it's
kids,
it's easier to ask AI than it is to actually look it up yourself. AI can tell you about every sighting and everything all over the United States. I mean, in detail. It's pretty amazing.
I
hey,
don't
y'all,
like it. I don't use it because I think it's evil, but maybe I'm just paranoid.
Go ahead, BC.
I'm sitting outside on top of my storm cellar. That's what I jokingly call the West Center Street Observatory. And I looked up, and guess what I saw? Two
Really?
of them.
Oh, something
I got.
strange.
I tried my best to get some pictures. I don't know how good I did, but once this is over with, I'll send them to you. But I mean, it was white, appeared to be circular, and it was moving pretty quick. But there was no propeller sound. There was no jet sound, and I couldn't tell you how high up it was. But one went off to from southwest northeast. Another one looks like it veered off and went more towards an easterly direction. Could you not? Just sitting here just a couple minutes ago, and I looked, and I'm like, well, how about that?
Right.
Like I said, I don't have to go far for weirdness where I live. Pretty much just step outside the door, and there it is.
Ohio
that's one crazy area, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh gosh, you name it, we got it.
Possibly the asteroid would be the wormwood. Yeah, it could be.
I thought about that too.
Something that big hitting the Earth, even if it ain't aliens, that's going to make the impact. It's a mile long, 30 feet thick. They didn't say how wide it was. I don't know.
We'll make it different.
Wormwood's supposed to corrupt what 1/3 of the seas and oceans or something like that.
Yeah.
Any of y'all ever been to that crater out there out west? That crater was like half the size of a bus, and that crater is miles across.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Death Valley,
very very deep too.
Yeah.
That's in Arizona. I can't remember the location though.
That's like something half the size of a bus. And
yeah.
Oh man, that must have been one hell of an impact.
It's the lowest point below sea level, I think, other than in the ocean in the world.
Yeah, I think you're right, Barry. I remember something about that now. Yeah. Imagine what something a mile long would do.
We won't have to worry about it.
No, if it hits.
That's an extinction event.
Yep. Then if it pulls up and says, hey, we're here going to help you. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I always think back to that old episode of The Twilight Zone, To Serve Man. Does anybody remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
The aliens pull up and want to be all helpful and everything. They got this book that says To Serve Man. At the very end of it, the guy figures it out. It's a cookbook.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's be about right.
I was looking at the kitchen door and see the moon.
Do what?
I looked out the kitchen door and see the moon.
Look out the kitchen door and see the moon. I hope you
Right.
can look out the door and see the moon.
I did.
And it says in the Bible, Jesus said he saw Lucifer fall into earth, and that's the exact word of it. But I know people that believe that's what wiped out the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
It wasn't an asteroid, it was when Lucifer crashed to earth.
I hadn't heard that.
That's BC's picture there.
Wow. That down there in the bottom right hand corner.
Yeah. Wish I could make it bigger, but I can't. Yeah, it's a white object flying right there. Said there's two of them, but I don't see the second one in there.
I can see it.
I see the one, but I don't see another one.
I only
Yeah, I
see
don't either.
one.
I only see the one, but that's enough.
There's two. Oh, it went away. Oh, no, go. Oh, is it your pointer? That was your pointer. I see moving.
That's my pointer. I was pointing right here at the one that we can see. Definitely looks like a. It don't look like a spear. Kind of looks like a flat disc shape.
Little thing down there in the corner.
BC's back. Hey BC, we see that one picture. It's down in the right corner there. That white object you're talking about.
Yeah, and I sent two more pictures, and I've got both of them in those. And I had it magnified. One kind of looks like an aircraft, but kind of doesn't as well. I don't know. I'll just let you guys. I could be just, all wet about this, but just let y'all have a look at them. Tell me what you think. And Barry, I will send these to you as well.
All right.
Wow.
But I can say that there was no noise. If they were jets, they were very quiet.
There's the one.
Yeah, I
I
see
can
the
see it
one
on
in
my
the
when I
Oh,
put
I
it on the
upper
big
center.
screen. The other one's like
picture, BC.
Yeah.
directly below it's the other one right
Yep.
Yeah, I see it now.
That is a great picture.
I wish y'all could see it when it's full screen. They're definitely flying in tandem unison.
Yeah.
I don't believe they're planes.
Yeah.
Don't look like it.
That just proves again that's a weird place over at Ball now.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, it is. Can you crop it down and make it a small, blow it up, and then I can send it to me, and then I can post it here?
That's awesome. That thing looks like the classic, like my favorite Martian spaceship. I mean, that's cool.
Uh huh. Yeah, if you can crop it and blow it up, that'd be good. I can post it.
You didn't get those last two?
Oh, it ain't dinged yet. Let me look.
Says delivered.
Yep, it did. It just didn't ding for some reason.
Oh, it makes a noise.
Huh?
Okay. You would think that thing makes a noise or something.
Mm.
You would think so. It kind of looks flat.
Yeah.
Looks round but flat. It don't look like the spears that they were seeing at the first part of the year.
Ever figure out what that was?
Not really.
Everybody blamed it on droids, drones.
Drones, yeah.
Tell you what, they had some pretty sophisticated drones out there at the time. Now, my son and his team were tracking some that was like 35, 40 miles off the coastline. That's a heck of a range for a modern day drone for us, just to be flying
Yeah,
around.
it is.
And they
Yep.
had them things flying in packs. I mean, like hive mentality. Crazy.
Yeah.
Buzzing ships and stuff out there.
But
Well, it's just like aircraft. Anything we know they've got something more advanced.
yeah. That's what I was gonna bring. Look what Ukraine did with drones. They blowed up a third of the Russian bombers with drones. So I mean, they can do more than what they're talking about. There's a movie out where they anybody that breaks the law or anybody that ends up anybody that don't want somebody around, they send a drone, and the drone hits them from behind and pops them in the head with a bullet. And that drone self-destructs after that. Well, if they can do that to a plane, they can do that to any person around. And they got the AI, the facial recognition to know who they're popping off.
Oh yeah, they've had that for years.
He said he couldn't get back in.
Oh,
Say he's backstage or something. There he is.
Here I am.
Sorry, BC. I thought it was live.
No, it's all right. But like I said, ask and you shall receive.
Yep.
And I just happened to.
Just walk out and look. It's weird, and then it's definitely something. It's not just an anomaly, a weather balloon flying by when it's got another one right underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those things are moving. I would, I don't know what the speed of a weather balloon is, but it sure looked like it was moving faster than any weather balloon.
Right. And the shape's all wrong and everything. And like I said, these look round or circle shape, but flat. Definitely interesting.
He said they'd be sightseeings and wonders.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mom's talking about the Bible, something to be sightseeings and wonders.
We're definitely seeing that.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of conspiracies, Have y'all heard the latest that Jeremy Epstein is alive and well in Israel?
Who's that?
Epstein.
Epstein?
Jeremy Epstein.
Oh,
Epstein. He's alive and well in Israel.
I don't know.
I hadn't
Supposedly,
heard.
like Linda said, they took a picture with facial recognition and it was him.
I wouldn't put it past him, that's for sure, though. Seems
Nope.
odd.
I
He
don't
hung
think
his
Osama bin Laden's dead.
Yeah.
When they give him a special burial at sea, come on.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, that
buy
was
it.
weird. Guaranteed, pretty much nobody'd ever be able to look at the body.
Oh no, it's overboard somewhere supposedly, and I don't believe it. Why would the U.S. government give our worst enemy in the whole world a special burial at sea just to honor him? I mean, come on, that's just
And,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
and you can't even say it was a religious thing because his religion don't have a thing to do with being buried at sea.
Yeah, I know it.
That's correct.
Good way for nobody to check up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the deepest part of the ocean, over 100 feet deep, and no person can go. Very few submergibles. More than likely, that's where it was. Yeah. Now, following all the conspiracy theories now you know why they invaded Iraq, don't you?
They have Stargate.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
cool.
And
I didn't know
Americans
that.
got it. Yeah. That's the real reason, supposedly, they invaded Iraq to get. Everything else wasn't worth nothing. Why would they deal with it? But that's why they went into Iraq to get that Stargate. It was the only one that was possibly functionable that they
Yep,
found
fully
around the
functional.
world.
No, but that's cool. I'd
They
like to read
tried.
up on it.
They tried to buy it from them first of all. That's how come they sent all that millions and millions of gold bars and money and
Mm-hmm.
everything to Iraq, trying to buy it that way, appease them to where they could get it because they couldn't operate it, but they had it, and that's what the whole war was about, to get that Stargate.
Well, it's just like the CERN Collider conspiracy has it now that there's smaller versions of it all over the world.
All over the world, and supposedly they fired that up last October, and it said they achieved their goals, but they've heard nothing else about it since last October. And what that did would opened up, it's a particle of matter and antimatter, and they slammed them together supposedly to force a either a black hole or a same thing a Stargate would be doing.
Wormhole, yeah.
Wormhole, yeah.
Hmm.
All they let out, they achieved their goals, and you ain't heard
They
nothing
just never
since.
bothered to say what their goals were.
That's like you can find just so much about the Glock that the Germans had, you know, and I mean, they're just like, he went into time. He didn't disappear. He didn't die. He escaped.
That's what I believe too.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about Hitler?
Bigfoot reason. Do what?
Did y'all talk about Hitler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they had that bell. They called it the Glock. And and it's all they knew it was a time machine. Nobody ever found it again, you know, and he's gone. I mean, where'd he go? I mean, he might be walking around nowadays. Nobody knows who he is, you know.
Right.
That's funny talking about a time machine. I just posted on Facebook about how God did time travel in the Bible 2,000 some odd years ago, and mankind's still trying to catch up with him.
Oh yeah, he sees all time at once.
Yep.
Time, the one thing in the universe that even the stars answers to God.
Yeah. Well, like Mom said, it's wonders and everything in the sky that all points to God's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Better be watching and praying.
Do what?
I said, better be watching and praying.
Better be watching what?
Watching and praying.
Watching and praying. Okay.
Definitely.
Wonder if the Bigfoot to be going to Florida like the birds do.
Mom wants to know what the Bigfoot's head to Florida like the birds and the butterflies do when it gets colder,
Like the bears do.
or like the bears do.
Oh, unless it's just horrible. They're more adapt for the cold than they are the hot.
Yep.
So when it's probably cold, they're moving around because they know everybody else is going to be inside. And when it just bitterly and everything, I believe they retreat to their cave systems.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get in on the conspiracies that you've heard a lot of explosions underground and everything. That's where all the tunnels that go across America has run into some of their locations to where they've had clans and everything, and they've actually had to eliminate them. So that's some of the weird noises you hear, a humming. That for months it was going across Kansas, a weird humming, and every once in a while you'd have a vibration. That was that big boring machine making the tunnels all across America. They're everywhere, and
I
if that's
didn't hear.
go ahead.
I didn't hear about them running into Bigfoot underground, but I heard they were digging the tunnels and caves because there was an asteroid going to hit, and the rich people were getting ready to go underground, leave the rest of us to fend for ourselves.
That is, yeah, it's all on the U.S. website, the government website. Yeah, that's the whole plan. They have places one's in Missouri where you can go into it. One's, well, it's rumored here at the one at Jacksonville's where you can go in too. I don't know for sure about that. One in Missouri, yeah. I've had friends that drove 18-wheelers in there and drove for hours and come back and tell me this stuff and had video. I mean, he said I drove for 2 hours before I got had a Walmart under there.
Jeez.
For the people.
Crazy?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't have a dollar store or a Waffle House.
That's the only thing that he told about. But yeah, and they deliver to this stuff all the time, and that's exactly what it's for. If a major catastrophe happened, nuclear war, asteroid, these certain facilities can lock down. Even though they're hooked to these tunnels, they can lock down. They're more secure, and that'll be what brings life back to Earth if it's possible.
Yeah. I'd say one's at Denver Airport. You hear a lot of crazy stuff about it.
That ain't no lie. That thing's got so many levels, not even allowed on them.
Yep. Yep. Well, we've hit our hour mark. We're getting our little flashing light, so we need to round everything up. Been a good conversation, good topics. We'll start with Dale and work our way around, and I'll close the show out. Does everybody tell their closing remarks?
Well, you never know where this conversation is going to go.
No.
That's what I love about it. Hope we had a lot of people tuned in tonight. And we're always here if you want to ask questions. That's our job. We'll see y'all. Hope you have a great night.
All right, Barry.
Everybody have a good one. God bless you. Pray for us. We'll pray for you. I guess we'll see you next time if Jesus don't come back between now and then.
That's right. All right, BC.
Well, hopefully we'll be here to do it again next month. Maybe I'll make it to the Bigfoot conference. I have no idea. But if I get any more strange pictures of stuff, I'll make sure to send it to y'all. And remember, John 3:16.
Amen. Sounds good. All right, folks. It's been good talking with you and our comments and the discussion we had, and been a good show. As always, you can email it to us at the Arkansas Boys at gmail.com or at the Falcor. You can message on Messenger to the Falcor Bigfoot investigation page or the Seekers podcast page. It's been great talking and with everybody and discussing everything, and just keep praying on what's events is going to happen. And is Mama still there?
Yeah.
She won't say anything before we leave.
Say what?
I said, you won't say anything before we sign off?
No, I was listening. It was interesting.
Yeah, it was a good show. Well, we thank you for being here. And
you're welcome.
Praying for you.
Okay.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next month around the 23rd of September. And here we was a little bit late this month, but had a lot of stuff going on. My dad went in the hospital and just life, but we'll get it in sometime around the 23rd of September. We'll see you then.
All right, y'all be good.
Good night, Joe.
Sure.
Good night.